Fit like Abdi, Danny Boy here, and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2 on the UK map. We are up here at Aberdeen, where we're waiting for a train, because today is going to be another Back to the Future drive-by episode. So, in these sort of episodes, we basically pick a couple of new routes that we have made, we jump on board and do a little ride-along episode, whilst fast forwarding the time. So let's put you up to half speed. Sure, why the hell not? Half speed, and then we'll play it forward to 1970 and see which types of new vehicles we sort of unlock. So I'm kind of hoping for some new trucks. I know that the next variation of the truck is still a horse and cart, and it does only have one extra cargo slot, but it goes like 3 miles per hour faster, 4. Magical. Yeah, but we're waiting for a train. The first train we're going to jump on is this one. It's a Scottish North Eastern Railway Intercity. I mean, Scottish North Eastern Railway, I don't think it was actually a thing. That's something I just made up because I needed something to name it. But we'll jump on board this guy first. Now, I was having some previous issues with double speeding it while in this camera. Now, let's just tab it. See, they should be walking faster. Yes, I was getting 60 frames per second, but I was getting this weird stutter, which was odd. So this train is leaving. It's now heading down to Dundee. Not sure how long this route is going to take, or how far on it will take us into, like, sort of date wise. Now that's 3 times speed, where it's going super fast, but it's super stuttery. It does stutter quite a lot, and then it sort of sorts itself out, which is weird. That's at normal speed. This is at 2 times speed. Now it's still going at the same speed. If we push escape, there we go, that's there. So that's some sort of weird bug. Push pause. Now we'll jump back on with this train, although pick another train. Let's go down here to a train we've just built. Now this one. Right. Push play. Follow that train. Double speed it. Still going at the same speed. Do that. Push tab. That should be 3 times speed. 1 times speed. 2 times speed. Still the same. Right, that's really super odd. And I don't like this section of track here. Gonna fix that. Right. Because that's gonna go away, horrible piece of track. Why did I not notice that earlier? Now I can make this flush, yes, and then pop it out there. Double slip switch that, yes. Now it should be almost on the level. Right, so that is odd. We now can't get double speed, but that's okay. Push pause again. We'll jump back on board with our little Scottish train. Don't know where it is. It's heading for Dundee. Yes, it is this one. Right, push play. Let's just double speed it and see if it actually makes a difference. It perhaps is going slightly faster. We'll leave it at that for the moment anyway. So, getting some new vehicles. Awesome. Did download some new British sort of vehicles. Mostly aeroplanes. There's a lot of aeroplane skins came out recently, which is awesome. Now it's obviously late game. They're more like Airbuses, A320s, stuff like that. But they're cool to have, because there are a lot of internal domestic UK flights. So it's going to be awesome to use them whenever that time comes. It's going to be good to sort of skip along a couple of years, get some new vehicles, some new trains, we'll maybe get some new railways on the go. I love the fact that I can have these trains in reverse. That's awesome. So here we go, Dundee, first stop. Picked up 28, almost a full load, that's pretty good. Next stop should be St Andrews. Now, when we say St Andrews, it's really Leuchars. That's where it should be going. So it's heading out this way. Ooh, overgrown tree on the line. That's dangerous-ish. So, here's another little train on the reverse side. Let's maybe move over this way, so we're not sort of clipping through it. There we go. Drivers back turned. Don't have a clue where they're going. Awesome, just the way it should be. Little horse and cart there. Heading across the bridge. So, this would be the River Tay that we are crossing now. Now St Andrews is there. It would actually be Leuchars, as I said. There's a RAF Air Force base there. It's mostly base personnel and their families that sort of inhabit Leuchars. It's just a small place. So you sort of cross through there, and then you can either head off. Well, you wouldn't go to Perth. You would just head to, I think, Edinburgh is the next stop. There we go, St Andrews. So yeah, a nice little route this. I love these trees. These tall trees are really nice, and I really like them. So heading off again. Once this is finished, we'll see where we actually are date-wise. Now, whilst in train view, we don't actually see which vehicles become unlocked at the end of the year, but we'll have to find a depot, train depot, car depot, shipyard, etc. to look at those. So there we go, over the bridge. This would be the 4th rail bridge, which is pretty cool. It's been around for a long time. So you would cross over there. Obviously this one is made of brick because the Transport Fever or Urban Games devs didn't really add much of a variety of bridges, unfortunately. You need to download them. There are different bridge sort of skin types in the Steam Workshop, which is kind of cool. But yep, heading over to this last stop, which should be Edinburgh, and then this train should head back. Let's just look over the river there. We'll get some ships and stuff running down there. This is very cool though, I love this. I love these coaches as well. And as I've said before, these generic UK steam trains were a godsend. So, nice to be using them. There is the train that heads from Edinburgh to Glasgow. Just in the background there. It's an express train. Maybe jump on that. So we'll roll it in the station here and see how we're getting on. Don't really think this is going at double the speed. It could be 3 times speed, 1 time speed. Seems roughly about the same. So I think that's a weird bug. It's obviously broken. It's not very handy for doing these drive-by episodes, but there we go. Edinburgh. 20 people get dropped off, and 30 people board the train. Awesome. Okay, so we're still in May of 1860. So maybe have this go at 1 time speed, because we've not actually gone a year yet, which is odd. And I don't think this double speeded. No, it's just going. Or is it? Is it double speeding? Nah, that looks about the same, which is extremely odd. So we'll maybe jump on this train as well. Once it reaches the other side, is there 2 on here? I think there's just 1. There are 33 people. That train should be... Oops, more... Oops. The games. I hate that bug. Hate it so much. That train should be more than capable of handling 33 people. So, 1860. I mean, this... Let's 3 times speed it. Now, it does stutter like hell. Not here so much, But if we were to look at the train, it would be stuttering quite a lot. Where are you, train? There it is. I can see it in the distance. So Glasgow. Yep, see the stutter there? Don't know why that is. I mean, we've only just started the game. There are a lot of mods involved. It didn't do this in the first playthrough. Only did it once I added the expanded industries mod to the first season. Or the... Not the industry is expanded, but the industry production rate. Increased industry production. Once I added that, we started getting this stutter. And that may be the case again. Let's go back to 1 time speed. Maybe even try. Keep it on 2. But I think that's definitely broken. I think it definitely is just going at 1 time speed. It's not taking the 2 time speed into account. Which is odd. Nice little wooden cottages here though. They're pretty sweet. So let's go. Heading off to Edinburgh again. Yep. Some mountains in the background. Are those like the border, the mountains at the borders? Can't remember what they're actually called. There we go, got an industry there. Those bushes, or those weird trees back there, were actually part of like a farm or something. But the farm has obviously been obliterated. Or it was maybe one of the industries that was placed there when I first loaded the map. It's since been annihilated. But there we go, over this sort of viaduct here, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, it is quite high up. Those trees are fairly high. You can see Stirling over there in the background. Perth is just through the valley there on the other side. There is actually a river that goes through Perth. I was actually in Perth, I think it was last year, doing a bit of work. There is a company there that stores some of our chemicals that we use offshore, and sometimes you have to go and inspect them and watch them being decanted from tanks or decanted into tanks for going away, just to make sure they're clean and that they're secure for going offshore. But yep. Ooh, that's another thing. So you guys will have probably noticed, the regulars, that there was no video yesterday or the day before. That's a work issue. So even though there is a health pandemic on the go, and the oil and gas prices sort of plummeted through the floor, it's probably in the basement now. Oil prices have been way down, lots of rigs have sort of shut down, stuff is being cold stacked. Lots and lots of people are getting paid off. Fortunately for me, I'm not one of them. But just like the last oil and gas downturn, instead of having less work to do, I actually have more. I've been so busy, I've been going in at to the office at 5 in the morning and not getting home till 7, 8 o'clock at night. I don't understand how that has happened. Maybe because there's so much people from my work have been, from the office and stuff, have been furloughed. Some of the offshore personnel, some have been paid off, so they've done what they always do. They panic, they pay people off. The work scope remains the same, and then they don't have enough people to do the job. So I've been super busy. I managed to finish slightly earlier today. That's because I did have stuff to actually do at home. So yep. But yep, it's been hellish. It's the busiest I've been for some amount of years now, and it's just constant, non-stop. Even though most of our offshore jobs and stuff have sort of been postponed till later dates, till the oil and gas gets back on its feet. But yeah, there's a lot of work. It's odd. Don't know how that's happened. Hopefully, I've got quite a lot of it done. Hopefully, I'll get a quiet spell soon. I'll be able to keep recording again daily. I am hoping to get videos back daily now. So, I mean, they should be going up at 8 o'clock at night. But this one obviously won't. This one won't go up to 10 or something, because I'm actually recording it at 5 o'clock. So by the time I render it, edit it, stuff like that. But yeah, that was the Edinburgh-Glasgow line. Where are we now? November of 1860. So this is going ridiculously slow. Let's 4 times speed it. If no, by the time we've finished all the drive-bys, we'll just we'll skip it on to... There we go, it's going much faster. Let's just roll with this train till we reach... Now that is... the date is going at double speed, surely. Does it go even faster like that? Oh yes, it's actually skipping days. So there was no new vehicle in 1861. Right, what's the speed? Yeah, that does seem to be slightly faster. Not as fast as this though. So maybe that is working. I'm mega confused at the moment. So 1861, no new vehicles. That's unfortunate. We can't change the date, as you can see here. So we might change it to like 1870. Let's go and find another train to jump on board with. Now we've viewed most of these. An oil train would be nice, if there is one. There is one heading out. You are heading out to York. Splendid. Let's jump on this one. There you go. There's another oil train heading in there. Obviously these don't have the maintenance cost set to full, so they are running quite dirty, unfortunately. This is one of these DX goods trains, which is pretty awesome. Let's jump on board. Look at that valve on the side there. It's an odd place. Must be like a release valve or something. Pressure release valve. There's one of the Cornwalls in the background there. One of the first intercity trains. The London North Eastern Railway. London North Western Railway, sorry. Right, so we're stopped here, waiting for something or other. Let's speed it up. Now, we must be waiting for a train to come down from there. Or a train to come down from here. Oh, it's moving again. Well, that's odd. I love this little bridge. I like the 2-pillar bridge approach. I don't like it when it builds 1 pillar at one side and no pillar at the other. It looks strange and weird, and basically structurally unsound. Structurally unsound. There we go. That's better. My words were failing me there. But my brain is failing me, because I'm actually super tired right now. So I'm hoping to get away again, offshore or away abroad in another land job. Now isn't it sort of like the ideal time for going away? But yep, I'll have to get enough videos recorded in advance for when I do go away, because I think there is another job coming up on the horizon, so I have been well warned that I will be going on it, so that doesn't really bother me. I mean, they are testing most people that go offshore either via helicopter to a rig or via ship, so that's a sort of plus as well. I have been tested twice actually, because there were 2 other jobs that I was supposed to go on that got cancelled at the last minute, so I got tested twice, 2 days each time, 2 days before I was meant to go away. So, and I tested clear both times, which is a relief. So my girlfriend is a nurse, so I am at sort of higher risk of getting it, but hey ho, such is life. But no, so far so good. I hope all you guys out there are staying safe as well. So I see the lockdown restrictions in England have sort of been eased slightly, but in Scotland they are still the same. But hey ho, hopefully life will get back to normal sooner rather than later. Let's slow this down because we're getting a bit of a stutter. could be this weird brick tunnel, which is odd. So there we go, 35 miles per hour down this sort of hill. It should take us round past Sheffield and into York. I do like this tunnel exit, it's very nice. There was another oil train rolling past there. Not sure if the actual refined oil train will be at York Station. It heads from York up to Newcastle because that's where the fuel refinery is. And I am going to start taking fuel back as well. We'll do that in the next episode though. I think I want to get some more goods going. We've got quite a lot of passenger lines, which is nice, but I would like some more goods. There's a train heading back the other way. Lots of nice grimy oil cars there. See, we definitely have people on the move in their own sort of vehicles from York to Newcastle. Is that Newcastle up there, or is it something else? I think it is. I'm pretty sure that it is. There you go. Hello, buddy. Or mom. Miss. Mom if you're American. Miss or Mrs. if you're British. Right, let's... Oh, so there is quite a fair amount of oil waiting. Where does that train... Ah, the train utilises the other platform. Sweet. There's the oil refinery in the background. There we go, York. Are the freight station signs always in red? I've never noticed that before. Right, so this train has landed. Awesome. Let's come out of there. Ooh, we got some new stuff. Pause. So the Borsig Standard, the London North Western Railways Borsig, the Bavarian passenger car, and the Samson class London North. My words have failed me yet again. London North West and Western Railways. Now, is that all of them? Is that everything we unlocked? So they're all here. So we had the problem. We've got the Borsig. Standard game Borsig does 28, but London North Western Railways Borsig does 37, which is good. Repaint of Borsig model with a new tender. Sweet, I like it. Samson class does 47, very nice. Produced a large number of engines for many years. These didn't change on the exterior or layout. Why fix what ain't broken? Yep, that's never truer words said. But these small engines became the mainstay of London North Western Railways passenger traffic. So passenger trains there. There's not going to be anything for diesels or anything like that. The Bavarian passenger car and cargo, it looks like we got nothing. It didn't look like there were any road vehicles either. Although we can study that in great detail in just a second. Yep, we're still the same. No new ships either. So it does actually, once we come out of that view, give us the vehicles that we needed to look at. I actually want to jump on a train here, and if there's one, which there ain't, typically, because it goes past this lake, which is kind of nice. I'd love to put some trees or something down here. I thought that was one. Apparently there ain't one. Are you waiting for a full load? You are. So we've set that to wait for a full load. So that might be a hot minute. Okay, let's jump on something else. So all this we've seen before. The other new lines, we did do Birmingham to Gloucester. A very interesting line. It just heads around the corner here. There's probably a bread train. Yep. Heading to the food factory. There's a crap ton of food here. Again, I've super underestimated the power of the double producing industries mod. That's my bad. These houses here will have to be demolished in aid of progress. However, Newport has a new intercity that goes up through Cardiff and into Swansea. We also have the Irish sort of East Coast intercity, we could say. Now come on, there must be a train here. If there's one further down the line at the end of the stop, we shall jump on board. That's a negative, Ghost Rider. There's nothing there. Did I add trains to this? It would be super stupid if I didn't. I only added 2 apparently. Where are you? Cardiff, right in the middle. Thought so. Okay, let's jump across to Ireland. Belfast, Dublin, Dundalk, Portrush, and Wexford. Train should be hopefully at Wexford. That is a negative also. Train should hopefully be not at Belfast, maybe Portrush. Nope. Where are all the trains? Have all the trains like bunched up? There should be like 4 on here. You're in a tunnel. Right there. Other one is in the station. Where are you? Down there. Which way are you going? You're going that way. Okay, let's see if there's... because we've got a few lines we can jump on. I've created quite a fair amount of stuff. Now I want to jump on one of these lines as well. There's this Cornwall that we sort of jumped on in the last episode. We do have this though. This is going to Bangor. Let's jump on that. Is that one of our problems? Let's have a look. I'll be able to tell by looking at it. Yep, it is. So that's a nice express route. It's not really picked up yet. There's not really much people in Milford Haven have started utilising the trains yet, but they hopefully will, which will be nice. Let's double speed this, even though it looks like... there's one of the freight trains that carries beef or livestock. I'm going to say beef. Right, so we're heading up. Let's double speed this. If it stutters too much or we get that weird rubber banding or stutter, we'll slow it down, which should be good. So this heads along the coast, the Welsh coastline, west coast. It's got some nice bridges. I would like some trees and stuff around here. It looks a bit barren and empty with just the grass, but it's nice as it goes over the bridges and through the valleys. I mean, I've been to the Welsh valleys. They're nice. They're not just all grass. There is trees. There we go. No, there's the other. Is that a passenger train or a goods train? I mean, I should put some scenery definitely in here. Yeah, it's the opposite number passenger train. That's nice. Under the bridge we go. And there should be another goods train somewhere. I suppose if the other one... Ooh, weird. That was a strange dip there. But that bridge was temperamental to put in, so I'm going to leave it. So we sort of go downhill and then uphill, which is odd, but we'll take it. There we go. That's nice. Now if we had some trees or something up there. We're almost at Bangor. There we go. There is the meat freight train. This is nice. This is a very nice view. I'm impressed with the view. So it should come down and round. It should bypass the freight station, which should be on the left side near the harbour. And then we'll be into Bangor train station, which is sort of outside the city. I do have a plan to do a route from Bangor up to Liverpool, which would be nice. Now again, we're still getting a lot of London North Western Railways trains. It would be very nice to get some East Coast Railway trains. Don't know what the name of that railway would actually be. I'll have to do a bit of research on it. But there we go. There is the problem. Aha! two new trains. The Newton class and the Wolverton class. And we're into 1866. Awesome. Right, 1866. Let's jump on board with something else. Please tell me there's a train at least here. Oh my god, 261 people waiting for that. Ah, the train is just there. We'll jump on board with it in this view, and then we'll jump on board dashcam view on the way back. After this as well, we'll have a look at the actual the profits. I mean, this Tidful Coal transfer is so strange. I think it's the running cost, because the running cost of these wagon stuff is slightly higher. Now this continues on, but that's an express route. So let's jump on board here and head down. Ooh, that's... well, that was death. But hey ho. So we're heading for Newport. Newport. Should you not go in past Cardiff? Manage line. Uh-oh. You should go there on the way back. Not on platform 2 either. You should be on platform 1. Oops. My bad. See, that's why we ride on board the vehicles. I actually did not notice that. Thank you to you guys who pointed that out in the comments and not making me feel stupid. Oh well, you can't notice everything. I should have noticed that. An intercity line should always have the middle station or any stations in between the final station and starting station should be selected for the return leg. Now this train, whatever it is, only does like 35 miles per hour, which is fine. I do like these little London North Western Railways wagons. Now these trains are actually doing really well, so I'm thinking about adding 2 more. Ooh, this view is weird. That's a weird view. Oh! That's seizure alert. Right, this train should now stop here. Okay. This train will maybe stop the next time. I think I added that station stop in too late. Right, so this is odd. So if I turn it around that way, it brings me back to where the lead wheels are. Excellent. Right, well maybe... oh, that's worse. Right, that's better. Right, so 35 miles per hour. We are heading for Swansea. Oh, we're actually not. We're headed for Newport. Newport's got a busy station. There is the little train that heads off to Bristol, which is nice. I mean, we could run the standard Borsig somewhere on the east coast. If we don't get any east coast trains, we'll get one of those up and running. Possibly from somewhere like Newcastle to York. Get a little passenger route going from there. And then we could maybe have an oil train or fuel train take fuel back to York, because they do actually require fuel in York. It's one of the main goods that they request. So the train heads into Newport. I think that junction, the opposite side, is just for a depot. Yes, it is. There we go, into Newport. Rolling in. Any other trains in Newport? Not at the moment. I mean, there is a super busy train line just ahead. That's the... come out of there. So we're in 1867, no new trains. Let's pause the game for the moment. Time is evaporating rapidly. Yep, this is super busy. Which is awesome. I love the fact that it's super busy. I mean, look at this train with its mixed consist of British goods trucks. Love these London North Western Railways numbers. They're awesome. I mean, you almost made a profit there. Almost. Looks like you are stuck. Are you waiting for a full load? 65, 66. Yeah, it is, but coal is being delivered, so that's fine. There we go. We've got enough coal to at least fill up this train. Right, push pause again. Let's go and have a look and see which train we want to ride on. Probably that Irish intercity train. If I can get it, if there's one. There we go. We've sort of obscured our camera angle. That was strange because I didn't know. I was wondering why Ireland was looking so weird, but we were looking at it from west to east instead of north south. Right, 2 trains are there. That's a bad sign, which means 2 trains are probably up here. 1. Yep, the other one is in the tunnel just around here somewhere. I guarantee if we look in here, that'll be a train. There is! There we go. Okay. Well, we could go on board. The chances of me catching one of those trains in the right place is, we'll say remote at best. What about Cornwall that comes in here? There's intercity train heading out. Great Northern Railways and something railway and generic 060 and generic 060 London North Western Railways and Midland Railways. Yay! I think that is possibly the same train, just with different British Railway liveries, which I don't care about. I'm super happy that it's there. So then you can, yes it is. Oh, awesome. So a standard one, standard generic one, only does 37 miles per hour. Who cares? It's awesome. CR. Caledonian. Right, that's Scottish. Cool. Midland Railways is MR. Great Northern Railways is GNR. And London North Western Railways. This exact model is based off a Manchester, Sheffield and Lincolnshire Railway 060 from 1888. Well, hold on, it's not 1888, it's 1868. Some modders taking liberties here. But no, it's awesome, and we're definitely absolutely going to use every single one of those. Oh, I'm so happy. Because I've even got trucks that will work with that as well. Now, there's no new road vehicle yet, and I am slightly alarmed. Wolford Haven to Bangor Express. Where's that super duper fast Cornwall? Where are you, super duper fast Cornwall? Guaranteed 100% to be in this tunnel, like every other train I've looked for since the start of this episode. You're in here, right? No. Yes. No. It's definitely in there. Guaranteed. Yeah, why? You're going super slow. So you're heading for Swansea, apparently. 19 miles per hour, 20 miles per hour. Ah, right. It slowed down because an intercity train was on there. Right, these 2 trains are using the same platform. Let's maybe not have that. You, my friend, should have a platform of your own. Here you go, buddy. Happy days. Right, now this thing is pretty quick. Unfortunately, the fastest carriages we have, I think this train does 71 miles per hour, but I think our fastest carriages are 60. If I can remember correctly. That's probably wrong. But hey ho, who's perfect? No one's perfect. Right, so we're heading off. Right, so this train should encounter zip delays in future, now that it's not sharing a platform with another train. The game doesn't like when trains share platforms. One service always sort of dominates over the other one. So now that the platforms are split, happy days. Right, so it is heading off at 49, 50, 51, yep, 60 miles per hour. I'm sure 60 miles per hour is the fastest our sort of wagons go now. It is being slightly laggy. We could just play at normal speed. There we go. A nice 48 frames per second. Now there is quite a large hill here that I don't remember building. That's okay. It's the Welsh Valleys. It's supposed to be hilly. And it's heading for Milford Haven. I could actually flatten that out, and I think I'm going to at some point. There we go, 60 miles per hour. Very nice. This was the Cornwall rebuild as well. Look at the size of that drive wheel. It's absolutely huge. Awesome, love it. There's a weird animation sort of clipping through that piston there. Is that supposed to be like that? Maybe. Who knows? Ah, passengers. So this will start to make money, one would imagine. Now, I think the train does have quite a large running cost though. There we go, 1.2 million. Awesome. Right, we're in June of 1969. Let's perhaps take date speed back down to 1. Let's have a quick look in here again, just to make sure. We've got the 5 variants. No new passenger wagons. No new cargo wagons. There's a crap ton of stuff here. Road depot. There. Nothing. Oh dear lord. I'm really hoping for 1870. Sure, there was a guy in 1870 that designed a faster horse and cart. Near positive. I will just pray that there was a guy. Right, single platform here. Absolutely guaranteed that these are in the same split. Ah, they're in the same place. Okay, you go. And we're almost in 1870. Now we didn't actually check down here. I mean, there's not much scenery here either. We need some trees. Although trees are frame rate assassins, unfortunately. Even though the trees make the game look very, very nice. Too much trees destroys frame rate. True story. Transport Fever 2, as I've said before, is a CPU destroyer. And adding a lot of trees will absolutely aid in the quick destruction of your CPU. Or RAM. Whatever your computer packs in it first. Mine's is good for RAM. So... Right, autosave in August 3rd. Excellent. So we might actually go into 1971 here, potentially, but we'll jump on board the Northern Ireland and Ireland Intercity. Did you make money there? You didn't. You dropped off like 11 people. But you've now got 17 people, which is good. There we go. Train's looking rusty as all hell at the front, but that's nice. We should have some nice reverse engines as well, which is cool. Now you can put engines on the back and have them push wagons, which I know they definitely did back in the day. Not large consists, and probably mostly with trucks or flatbed cars, so the drivers could actually see where they were going. Or I think potentially that's what these carriages with the roofs, so that the brakeman could actually see out over the loco. But who knows? A train enthusiast would absolutely know that. I do like trains. I wouldn't say I'm an enthusiast. I was about to say, this train is on the wrong line, but it's because the camera's on the wrong line. Whoa. There we go, very nice. Picked up 16 passengers, heading for Dundalk. Awesome. Oh, look at them. These guys are so bored. They keep like flapping their arms as like to say, hey, we're bored. Don't be bored. Be happy at your work. Right, so continuing on, heading for Dundalk. Next stop after that will be Belfast, and then Portrush, and then we should be in 1870. Fingers crossed we've got the new transport wagon. Now it won't be the Kronstadt. The Kronstadt doesn't appear till later, but there is another horse and wagon that should appear. There's not much people here at Dundalk station. I mean, the train had 16 and it still got 16. I'm hoping that will pick up later. Nice view there over the city though. It's Random Industries sitting there. Cool. Right, can I see one of the platforms? Yes. And there are unholy amounts of people waiting there. Oh, other reverse train, hello. So before the next episode, I'll review some of the passenger or commuter lines and set some more vehicles in there. Now, one of these cities has a tram. Is it Belfast or was it Dublin? I think it was Dublin. Dublin has a tram in real life, right? Can't remember. I mean, I did source where there were trams in the UK, but most UK cities had trams, but they didn't last forever. Lots of them were taken away. Now this needs to be fixed. Definitely. We've got two different bridge types there. I will amend that. There we go. Into Belfast. There's a crap ton of people waiting for a bus. Only 5 people got on here. I think that's because most people like to use the ferry to go over to the mainland. There's the other train coming in, so these cross over nicely. Very nice indeed. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's even weirder. Right, go that side. Now go, look at that rust. Needs some paint. So we're headed for Portrush, our final destination. Yeah, these definitely need some trees or something here, some farms. The problem is I don't actually have the time to do detailing, which sucks because there's a lot of guys, girls, etc. on YouTube that do detailing and the maps are just stunning, awesome, beautiful. Lots of time, work and effort have gone into building up the cities and the surrounding countryside. Some of the stuff that people have built is truly astonishing, so hats off to them. Unfortunately, I don't have the time. Hopefully I'll get a reprieve from work soon. Don't know how that's going to work. I did actually request holidays last week. I think it was for August. Let's push pause. New stuff. Ooh. Covered horse wagons. Awesome. The tender engine with cab. Special tanking. Right, there's a lot of stuff here. Fortunately, there's a depot right there. And we are in 1870. That's awesome. Right. Passenger wagons. Oh, what? Teak 8-wheeler. Well, that's nice. Teak 6-wheeler. What? There's not 6 wheels there. There's only 4. Odd. The 8-wheeler, London North Western Railways. The 6-wheeler, generic carriage 4-wheel late. Oh, sweet. Cargo. I don't think there was anything for cargo. No, cargo remains the same. Multiple units. Let's just check that. Yep. So we need to check some stuff. Steam. Right, there was the Genii. So the Newton class, the 5 variants. So it looks like we've got more variants of this now. Ones with cabs, weatherboards, etc. We had the cabless and the weatherboard. We didn't have the actual one with the cab, so that's nice. So we've got some more freight trains. The Wolverton class, a step up from the aging DX goods train, so that's a goods train. The Newton class we didn't really look at. Oh yeah, we did, that was for passengers. The generic, awesome. The GNR A1 Sterling 8-foot. Elegant racehorse from the late 1800s. 69 miles per hour. We will absolutely get that roll on something. The special tank, a shortened version of the DX goods. That's awesome. That is awesome. Right, so didn't see any new ships. Do we need new ships? No, I am happy with the super duper slow. I want to get a Zero Ostet running somewhere. Running oil or fuel or alcohol or something. The Zero Ostet was actually the first ever oil tanker built in the 1800s, which was cool. The Anno 1800 tanker is based on this. The Zero Ostet. I'm pretty sure it is. Right, Milford Haven. So there's no point checking trains. Let's go to Dublin. Dublin has a tram, it sure does. It's still the same horse-drawn streetcar, that's fine. We've checked ships, we've checked trains. We now need to check road vehicles. There we go. So the horse-drawn, all cargo, various. We'll say 12 miles per hour, 5. That one only takes 4, unfortunately. Nah, this was the old one, right? These are the new ones. Cool. The La Obistant passengers, 11 miles per hour, capacity of 5. Let's get some of them rolling. Awesome. Right, so we've got some new stuff. Let's get date speed back to pause. Let's push play. Oops. Let's jump on something nice. Wrexham, a train going through Newport. This train going through Newport. Newport Brighton Express, our super duper old Borsig thing. Or is it the D14? I think it is. Anywho, that is going to be it for this episode. As always, if you did watch this, and you would like to leave a like, comment, or dislike, please feel free to do so. In fact, let's jump on this one. And as always, I can't remember what I was saying. Yeah, if you did watch this and you would like to leave a like, comment, or dislike, please feel free to do so. If there are more you would like to see in the future, then hit that subscribe button. I've been Danny Boy, this has been Transport Fever 2 on the UK map, and I will catch you later.